Let's cover the basics. What is problem framing? Problem framing is an approach that combines product discovery with a strategic decision making workshop that brings together key stakeholders to align on the right problems to solve. The main takeaway here is that problem framing isn't just a one off workshop. It's built on structured discovery work, work that might take a little bit of time. And this work feeds into clear decisions with customer insights driving those decisions. This is very important. And here's how the overall process works it has three parts. First, discovery, something that product managers already do or should already be doing. And this typically takes 1 or 3 weeks, depending on the size of the problem that you're trying to solve. And it focuses on identifying opportunities and gathering research. Then the second part is about workshop preparation, getting ready and preparing those insights and data needed for decision making. And then the last part is workshop facilitation, where everything comes together. And this is where your stakeholders will make decisions based on the insights from the discovery work. Let me break it down a little bit more step by step. In the discovery phase, you'll start by finding opportunities, defining your target audience. This is your customers who you're solving the problems for, and then gathering research and data to map out the problem space. As you move closer to the workshop, you'll prepare by identifying the right stakeholders who are needed to make decisions around that problem and whose buy in you need. And then you'll move forward by visualizing the research in a way that's easy for them to engage with. Finally, there's the facilitation part. This is where you bring stakeholders in the room, put them in front of data, and guide them to make informed decisions together, and ultimately get their buy in for your initiative. This course is designed to teach you the full problem framing process, and it's structured into a few modules. Discovery work, that's something that we cover in module 2 and 3 of the course. This is where you learn things like opportunity finding and fact finding. These two modules focus on, as I was saying, identifying opportunities, defining the problem space, gathering data, and extracting meaningful insights that will be used in decision making later. Then workshop preparation, it's covered in module 4. Here you'll work on visualizing the research data that you have gathered during your discovery work and identifying the right stakeholders and making sure that everything is ready for the workshop. And then workshop facilitation, that's something we cover in module 5. This is where everything comes together. You learn how to facilitate the actual problem framing workshop, guiding your stakeholders to align, prioritize, and define clear problem statements that connect user needs with business goals. Every module comes with guidance. These are the video lessons you'll have and all the necessary resources and tools and templates for doing the actual work. Now, let's take a closer look at what happens inside the problem framing workshop, because this is a big focus of the course. The workshop itself, it's broken into 4 key phases: contextualizing the problem, which is setting the stage by understanding the problem space, justifying the business need, aligning on why this problem matters to the business, understand the customer, which is building empathy and identifying the most critical pain points we want to solve. And then finally, the conclusion is defining the problem statements, turning all of this into clear, actionable problem statements. Each phase of the workshop follows this diamond structure. You diverge first, exploring and gathering ideas, perspectives, and data. Then you converge, prioritizing and aligning on decisions before moving forward. This diamond flow helps keep the workshop focused and productive, ensuring you make decisions at every stage. So let's see how this looks more in detail. Phase 1 is about contextualizing the problem. You'll start by diverging, where stakeholders share their perspectives, their ideas, and insights about the problem space. Then you'll converge by helping the group prioritize on the most critical factors that influence the problem space. This sets the stage for everything that follows afterwards. Phase 2 is about aligning on the business need and goals. Again, you'll diverge as stakeholders bring their arguments, their goals, their objectives to the table. Different stakeholders might have different agendas, and that's totally okay. It's normal. But you'll then converge by prioritizing business goals and metrics that are the most relevant to the problem space. This ensures that everyone agrees on why solving this problem is important to the business. Phase three is all about the customer perspective. The group will diverge by building empathy, understanding the customer experience, their pain points, and their challenges. This phase uses the research you've prepared during discovery. Then you'll converge by identifying the most critical pain points and challenges that the group wants to focus on solving for the customer. Phase four is where everything comes together, defining the problem statement or problem statements, because you might define more than one. You'll start by diverging, brainstorming as many opportunities as possible based on everything discussed in earlier phases. Then you'll converge with the group by working together to create clear, actionable problem statements. These are the statements that all stakeholders agree on and that connect customer needs to business goals. Now it's your turns. In this course, you learn how to conduct this discovery work that feeds into the problem framing workshop. You learn how to prepare for the workshop by identifying the stakeholders and visualizing the research. And finally, you learn how to be a decision making facilitator by learning how to facilitate the workshop itself. This course gives you everything you need to master problem framing process from discovery to decision making. So let's get started, and I'll show you how to turn messy problems into clear, actionable problem statements that will drive